女士们、先生们，当紫禁城遇上凡尔赛宫17、18世纪中法文化交流特别展览开幕典礼将会在5分钟后开始，请各位尽快就座，谢谢。Ladies and gentlemen, the opening ceremony for the special exhibition, The Forbidden City and the Palace of Versailles, China-France Cultural Encounters in the 17th and 18th centuries is about to begin in 5 minutes. Please take your seat. Thank you very much. 尊敬的各位来宾、女士们、先生们，欢迎大家莅临当紫禁城遇上凡尔赛宫17、18世纪中法文化交流特别展览开幕典礼。我是主持人刘周文。Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to you all. This is the opening ceremony of our special exhibition, The Forbidden City and the Palace of Versailles, China-France Cultural Encounters in the 17th and 18th centuries. I'm Calvin Lau. It's my pleasure hosting for you today. 首先邀请各位欣赏这一段特别的舞蹈表演，为我们今天的这一场文化盛事正式拉开序幕。Now let's kickstart this prestigious event by presenting to you a special dance performance that will set the tone for today's cultural celebration. Now sit back and enjoy the performance. 实在是非常非常精彩、很漂亮、很优雅的表演。再次感谢我们的表演者 ，Thank you very much for the beautiful performance。接下来，我们掌声有请接下来的这位来宾，他是香港故宫文化博物馆董事局主席孔令成先生，致欢迎辞。Now, we'd like to invite Mr. Leo Kong, Chairman of the Hong Kong Palace Museum Board, to deliver his welcome remarks. Mr. Kong, please.
Dr. Wang Yudong, Director of the Palace Museum, Mr. Andrew Leung, President of Hong Kong's Legislative Council, Mr. Wing-hing, Deputy Chief Secretary for the Administration of Hong Kong Special Administration Region, Ms. Christelle Jury, Consul General of France in Hong Kong and Macau, Ms. Rosanna Law, Secretary for Culture, Sports and Tourism, Mr. Laurent Salomé, Director of the Palace of Versailles, Dr. Adrian Chang, Ms. Lavenia Lao, Mr. David Chang, Ms. Katie Zhe, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the Hong Kong Palace Museum for the opening of the spectacular exhibition titled The Forbidden City and the Palace of Versailles, China-France Cultural Encounters in the 17th and 18th centuries. That commemorates the 60th anniversary of the establishment of the Sino-French diplomatic relations. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to this exhibition's co-organizers, the Palace Museum and the Palace of Versailles. These two eminent institutions, both home to UNESCO World Heritage Sites, have generously shared their finest treasures with us. Also, I would like to thank two local institutions, the Hong Kong Maritime Museum and the Chinese University of Hong Kong Library, for lending a number of important items. We are honored to receive the grant from the Mega Arts and Cultural Events Fund under the Culture, Sports and Tourism Bureau of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region Government, as well as sponsorships from the exhibition's lead sponsor, Cathay Pacific, and major sponsors, Tigilus Foundation and Centurion from American Express. Their generous support has been key to bringing this project to fruition. Today, we gather to celebrate this significant exhibition and the vibrant cultural dialogue between the courts of China and France in the 17th and 18th centuries. These vital exchanges in trade, art, science, and philosophy helped build a bridge of mutual respect and admiration between the two states. Here, at the Hong Kong Palace Museum and the West Kowloon Cultural District, we take great pride in enhancing Hong Kong's pivotal role as a hub for global cultural exchange. This exhibition, along with 3 other exhibitions supported by our French partnering institutions, beautifully demonstrate our commitment to the mission of fostering dialogue among civilizations and presenting rich and diverse cultures of the world to our local and international visitors. Through past and ongoing exhibitions, along with the rich variety of educational programs and other offerings, the Hong Kong Palace Museum has attracted nearly 3 million visitors. With new major exhibitions of this caliber, we are confident that the museum will remain a destination for visitors home and abroad, and will continue to contribute to Hong Kong's cultural and tourism industries. While honoring a story of mutual respect and learning in history, this exhibition celebrates the collaboration and friendship among three formidable teams: the Palace Museum and the Palace of Versailles and the Hong Kong Palace Museum. In particular, we would like to acknowledge the outstanding curatorial contributions of Mr. Guo Fuchang and the Palace Museum team, as well as Ms. Mahilo de Rosbury. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. And the Palace of Versailles team. Under their curatorial leadership, the exhibition, The Forbidden City and the Palace of Versailles, exchanges between China and France in the 17th and 18th centuries, ran successfully at the Palace Museum in Beijing from April through June of 2024. This exhibition's presentation at the Hong Kong Palace Museum builds upon the strong foundation they laid. We extend our sincere appreciation to the talented team at the Hong Kong Palace Museum for their professionalism and dedication. In closing, I wish the exhibition tremendous success and hope it offers an enlightening experience for all. Together, let's celebrate the friendship between China and France, and may it continue to inspire and flourish for generations to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kong. Thank you very much, Mr. Kong. Once again, please be seated.
Thank you.
刚才孔主席提到，今天开幕的特别展览标志了中法建交60周年，展示了两国在文化艺术和科学等领域的深厚联系以及相互之间的尊重，并希望大家能够在展览当中获得启发，继续传承和发扬中法文化交流的精神。孔主席特别感谢故宫博物院和凡尔赛宫的参与，还有香港海事博物馆和香港中文大学图书馆借出这一次的展品，以及来自香港政府的文化艺术盛世基金的赞助，首席赞助国泰，还有主要赞助长钱基金会和美国运通的慷慨支持。孔主席强调了香港作为全球文化交流中心的重要性，而这一次展览也彰显了香港故宫馆促进文化对话和文化交流的使命，旨在将世界多样的文化带给本地和国际的旅客。通过展览和丰富的艺术节目，助力香港的文化和旅游产业的蓬勃发展。Next, I'd like to invite Dr. Wang Xudong, member of Party Leadership Group of the Ministry of Culture and Tourism of the People's Republic of China, Director of the Palace Museum, to deliver his speech. 接下来，掌声有请文化和旅游部党组成员、故宫博物院院长王旭东博士致辞。
尊敬的卓永新副司长，尊敬的罗淑培局长，尊敬的萨洛梅馆长，尊敬的孔令成主席，还有我们非常要好的朋友前特首林郑月娥女士及很多长期支持故宫博物院与香港各文化机构进行文化交流的老朋友们，各位嘉宾，各位朋友，大家下午好。年终岁尾，春意渐浓，香港依然温暖如春。今晚我们相聚在香港故宫文化博物馆，共同出席当紫禁城遇上凡尔赛宫17、18世纪中法文化交流特别展览的开幕仪式。在此受文化和旅游部部长宋岳礼先生的委托，我谨代表文化和旅游部及故宫博物院，对展览的成功举办表示衷心的祝贺。作为东西方文明的重要代表，中法两国的交往历史悠久，成为不同文明交流互鉴的典范。早在17世纪，大量中国工艺品 进入法国的宫廷，引发了以凡尔赛宫为中心、风靡欧洲的中国风收藏和创作的热潮。与此同时，法国的科学技术、艺术、文化也深深地影响了清宫的宫廷生活。故宫博物院众多的藏品中，就有来自不少法国的礼物，它们承载着中法100年友好交往的记忆。60年前，中法两国领导人以非凡的勇气和智慧，推动建立了大世纪的外交关系。60年来，中法两国互利合作，两国关系始终走在中国同西方国家关系的前列。其中，人文交流在促进民心相通和文明互鉴方面发挥着不可替代的作用。多年来，故宫博物院与凡尔赛宫等法国多家文博机构保持着密切的合作，在展览的交流、文物保护、学术研究、人员往来等方面开展了广泛而又深入的合作。这些努力不仅推动中法的友谊，也为中法文化交流注入了新的活力。香港故宫文化博物馆自开馆以来，凭借独特的区位优势和文化影响力，逐渐成为连接中华文明和世界文化的重要的桥梁。此次故宫博物院携手香港故宫文化博物馆与法国凡尔赛宫联合举办当紫禁城遇上凡尔赛宫17、18世纪中法文化交流特别展览，全面吸收了今年4月在故宫成功举办的紫禁城与凡尔赛宫展的展陈经验与学术成果，并在展览设计、展品遴选方面有新的突破和新的创新，聚焦于紫禁城与凡尔赛宫的关键人物和宫殿空间、科学与技术的交流、器物与工艺的互鉴，以及艺术与思想的对话，展现了17、18世纪中法两国，尤其是两国宫廷之间持续深入广泛的互动交流。这种跨越地域及文化差异所进行的伟大对话，不仅诞生了中法友谊，推动了两国文化的重要发展，更在东西方文明相互尊重、彼此借鉴的文明发展史上书写了浓墨重彩的一笔，为世界多样文明和谐共处提供了经典的范例。文明因交流而多彩，因互鉴而丰富。文明交流互鉴是推动人类文明进步和世界和平发展的重要动力。以中法建交60周年和2024年中法文化旅游年为契机，故宫博物院与香港故宫文化博物馆共同携手，切实担负起新的文化使命，深化人文交流，厚植中法友谊，努力开创中法两国人文交流、文化交融、民心相通的新局面，为中法精神注入新的时代内涵。最后，衷心的祝愿本次展览取得圆满成功，祝香港的明天更加美好，祝中法友谊万古长青。谢谢大家。
谢谢王院长，请落座。Dr. Wang emphasized the deep historical ties between China and France, noting how Chinese art and craftsmanship significantly influenced French culture in the 17th century. He highlighted that many treasures in the Palace Museum's collection are gifts from France, symbolizing over a century of friendship. He also pointed out that the fruitful collaboration between the Palace Museum and various French institutions in exhibitions, art conservation, and academic research, which has enriched cultural interactions. In celebrating the 60th anniversary of diplomatic relations and the China-France Year of Culture and Tourism, he underscored the vital role of cultural exchanges in fostering mutual understanding. Dr. Wang stated that civilizational exchange and mutual learning are essential for human progress and world peace. He expressed that this year presents an invaluable opportunity for both the Palace Museum and the Hong Kong Palace Museum to deepen their exchanges and strengthen their friendship, thereby infusing new meaning into the Sino-French spirit. He concluded his speech by envisioning a bright future for our Sino-French friendship. 接下来，敦请香港特别行政区政府政务司副司长卓永兴先生为我们致辞。Now, we'd like to invite Mr. Wing-hing, Deputy Chief Secretary for Administration of the HKSAR Government, to deliver a speech.
尊敬的王旭东院长 ，Consul General的Hula, Mr. Salomé, 孔令成主席、郑志刚主席、梁君彦主席、罗淑佩局长、刘凯诗女士，各位嘉宾，很高兴今天出席当紫禁城遇上凡尔赛宫17、18世纪中法文化交流特别展览的开幕仪式。适逢中法建交60周年，香港特区政府文化体育及旅游局辖下的文化艺术盛事基金支持这个文化盛事，在推动中西文化交流的同时，表达对中法两国之间的深厚友谊的崇高敬意。国家主席习近平指出，60年来，中法关系始终走在中国同西方国家关系前列，为两国人民带来福祉，为世界和平、稳定和发展作出贡献。中法关系的独特历史塑造了独立自主、相互理解、高瞻远瞩、互利共赢的中法精神。中法两国的灿烂文化彼此吸引，启发两国全方位密切交流合作，推动中法关系迈上更高水平。这次特别展览展出近150件来自故宫博物院和凡尔赛宫收藏的珍贵文物，例如中国的瓷器与漆器，法国的科学仪器与钟表，展现了17至18世纪中法在科学技术、工艺、文化艺术、哲学思想各个领域的交流和互鉴，见证了两国人民对美好生活与文化交流的共同追求，也透过重温这段历史，在今天扩大两国人文交流，促进民心相通，在未来更续中法传统友谊。在国家“十四五”规划纲要的支持下，特区政府致力巩固香港作为中外文化艺术交流中心的地位。上月底公布的文艺创意产业发展蓝图，为香港未来的文化艺术和创业产业发展定下4大发展方向，包括：1. 打造香港成为创意之都； 2. 打造香港成为流行文化之都； 3. 提升硬件数量和质素，以及4. 增进文化氛围，拓展观众参与。蓝图推出共71项措施，全面涵盖文化艺术和创意产业的长远发展，加强香港文化的影响力。西九文化区管理局是落实推展工作的重要策略伙伴。同时，我们会继续善用文化艺术盛事基金，吸引和支持国际和大型文化艺术盛事在香港举行，促进中外文化艺术交流。这次的展览正好也印证了我们积极推动文化交流和互鉴，以及西九文化区在香港文艺创意产业发展上的贡献。最后，我衷心感谢展览的联合举办机构香港故宫文化博物馆、故宫博物院和凡尔赛宫为此次展览付出的心力，也感谢各个赞助机构和接展机构的大力支持。 更要感谢法国驻港澳总领事馆对展览的支持和推广。我祝愿本次展览圆满成功，中法友谊地久天长。谢谢大家。
谢谢卓副司长，请落座。President Xi Jinping said that the China-France friendship had been in the best interest of the Chinese and French people and contributed to world peace, stability, and development. Mr. Chuk said through the Mega Arts and Cultural Events Fund of the Cultural, Sports and Tourism Bureau, the HKSAR government is supporting this special exhibition on the 60th anniversary of the establishment of the China-France diplomatic relations. Showcasing 150 treasures from the Palace Museum and the Palace of Versailles, not only does this exhibition illustrate significant cultural exchanges between China and France in the history, but also strengthens the ties and friendship between the two countries today and in the future. The HKSAR government strives to consolidate Hong Kong's position as an East meets West center for international cultural exchanges, as supported by the National 14th Five-Year Plan. The blueprint for arts and culture and creative industries development has recently been released, and the West Kowloon Cultural District Authority is the key strategic partner. Mr. Chuk also expressed his gratitude to all organizing parties and sponsors of this very exhibition, as well as the support from the Consulate General of France in Hong Kong and Macau. 接下来，掌声有请凡尔赛宫和特里亚农国家博物馆馆长 Mr. Laurent Salomé 来到台上致辞。May we now invite Mr. Laurent Salomé, Director of the National Museum of the Palaces of Versailles and Trianon, to deliver a speech.
You know, it's a great honor and emotion for us all from Versailles to be here to join you and inaugurate this great exhibition. It's the accomplishment of a long story, a wonderful collaboration. I think the best possible illustration of the exchange and mutual friendship and, I would say, fascination between France and China. I remember very well my first meeting with Wing-hing. It was arranged by the French consulate. I remember it was during a very interesting summit here in Hong Kong. And we knew we would do something together immediately. And I was so happy to discover this amazing, brand new Grand Museum. And not long after that, I had a meeting with Wang at the Forbidden City in Beijing. And that was also a wonderful meeting. And we also knew we were going to do something together. Maybe at the beginning of that story, there was the scholarly work of a solitary, not so solitary, curator, Marie-Laure de Rochebrune, who has been working, in fact, mainly with Vincent Bastien, who is here and worked a lot also on this project. She was very interested in Chinese influence on French culture and diplomatic relationships, and she already put up an exhibition in Versailles in 2014, which was already an anniversary of diplomatic relationships between France and China. But then we approached the 60th anniversary of this establishment of the relationships, and we went through a lot of complicated moments. We went through the pandemic, but finally we opened that wonderful exhibition in Beijing, which has been a great success. And it was not just an event like this, a diplomatic event. It was the result of an encounter, more than a collaboration. I think with the colleagues from the Forbidden City, we've become really real colleagues and friends. And as you've heard, this exhibition is really the result of a common work. And everybody trying to do their best to show that those two countries have so much to bring to each other, continuing exactly what has happened in the 17th and the 18th century, when the emperors and kings, but also their ministers and educated people and the curious people were organizing all those exchanges, and the missionaries, the Jesuit missionaries who have been so crucial for all this history, the scientists, the artists. And so it's very moving to feel that we're just continuing this history. And I was saying to Louis this morning that this image is so wonderful. I love it because you have this wonderful blue sky, the bleu céleste, the celestial sky, which has been a strong inspiration for French artists at the manufacture of porcelain in Sèvres. And the first royal service of porcelain was called Bleu Céleste, from a Chinese inspiration. And you see East and West meeting literally on this image, which is, of course, had to be made in Hong Kong. So it's really a lot of great moments that we've shared. And I think you will all see that the objects in the exhibition are incredible. It's a different exhibition from the Beijing one. The Forbidden City has included new extraordinary objects. And we have lots of things on which we need to research further. So I think the knowledge, the mutual knowledge will still progress in the future. And we certainly don't want to stop this history too quickly, because we want to go on collaborating between our museums. So it's really not just the end of a story. I think it's the middle, or maybe the beginning, I don't know, but we're all very happy about this meeting and this exchange. Thank you very much to all.
Thank you very much. Please be seated. 刚才 Mr. Salomé 提到，这次展览其实在新冠以前已经开始筹备，恰逢今年为中法建交60周年，在这一里程碑时刻举办，更加显得意义非凡。他也指出，展览不仅展示了两国丰富而多样的文化遗产，更是两座博物馆之间深厚合作和友谊的体现。通过展览，观众将会有机会深入了解中法历史上悠久的文化交流，感受两国在艺术、思想和社会发展方面的相互影响以及一些对话，从而促进更深层次的理解与尊重。这一次展览期待吸引更多的观众前来欣赏、学习，成为中法文化交流的新篇章。现在，掌声有请这一次展览的首席赞助国泰顾客及商务总裁刘凯诗女士为我们致辞。We're also delighted to invite Ms. Lavenia Lao, Chief Customer and Commercial Officer of Cathay, the lead sponsor of this exhibition, to deliver her speech.
Dr. Wang, Mr. Chuck, Ms. Law, Mr. Hong, Mr. Leung, Mr. Salomé, Ms. Zhu. Well, it's my absolute pleasure to be here tonight, joining this opening ceremony. Well, as the home carrier of Hong Kong, I think Cathay's main mission is to connect Hong Kong to the world and moving people physically from one point to another. However, we also strive to contribute to the community and move people forward in life. Arts and culture is an area that we are always care about, and we don't want to provide new inspiration to the city. That's why we have decided to partner and collaborate with the West Kowloon Cultural District and become the exclusive travel partner starting last year. Throughout this year, we have been supporting a lot of different cultural happenings in Hong Kong, bringing together renowned artists, exhibitions and performances from all over the world to this vibrant city. Tonight, for this special exhibition, we are really proud to be the lead sponsor. This exhibition actually carries a special meaning for us as well, because Beijing and Paris are two important cities that we operate to. So being able to carry all these invaluable artifacts from the Palace Museum in Beijing and the Museum of Faxel in Paris is really very symbolic and highlights the role that we, as the home carrier, can play in facilitating cultural exchange between Hong Kong and the world. Actually, for this important mission, our cargo team is behind this. While Cathay Cargo is renowned for providing bespoke solutions for carrying very valuable cargo. So I can tell you that our cargo team have actually paid meticulous attention and care in ensuring that all these museum crates arrive in Hong Kong safely and smoothly. And I would really like to thank both museums also for entrusting us to carry these precious cargo to the exhibition today. So last but not least, I would just like to wish a very huge success to this special exhibition, not just by attracting a lot of local audience to come here because of all the artistic inspiration that we provide, but also in attracting a lot of visitors from around the world to Hong Kong as well. Hopefully, this will be a very good showcase of Hong Kong being not just as one of the leading aviation hubs, but also as really an important East meets West center for international cultural exchange. So welcome and congratulations again to this very important exhibition. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Ms. Lao. Please be seated. 李总裁表示，国泰致力为香港注入崭新的灵感，丰富香港社区的文化景观。艺术及文化领域一直是国泰关注及推动的重点。作为西九文化区管理局的指定旅游伙伴，国泰将履行承诺，全力支持香港发展成为中外文化艺术交流中心。国泰非常高兴成为香港故宫文化博物馆这一次特别展览的首席赞助。国泰货运的优质服务将来自内地及法国的珍贵文物安全护送来到香港，以展示17、18世纪中法两国重要的文化和艺术交流。国泰非常荣幸能够参与这一次展览盛事，并衷心感谢各家的博物馆给予国泰作为指定旅游伙伴的信任与支持。终于来到今天活动的标志时刻，这个时候有请各位的主礼嘉宾移步台上，一起主持我们期待已久的剪彩仪式。Now, would all guests of honor please proceed on stage for the upcoming ribbon cutting ceremony? 首先有请文化和旅游部党组成员、故宫博物院院长王旭东博士。Dr. Wang Xudong, member of Party Leadership Group of the Ministry of Culture and Tourism of the People's Republic of China, Director of the Palace Museum. 请到台上，一起主持我们接下来的剪彩仪式。有请香港特别行政区政府政务司副司长卓永兴先生 ，Mr. Wing-hing, GBSJP, Deputy Chief Secretary for Administration of the HKSAR Government. 法国驻港澳总领事 Miss Christelle Chou, Consul General of France in Hong Kong and Macau. 香港特别行政区政府文化体育及旅游局局长罗淑佩女士 ，Miss Rosanna Law, JP, Secretary for Culture, Sport and Tourism of the HKSAR Government. 凡尔赛宫和特里亚农国家博物馆馆长 Mr. Laurent Salomé, Director of the National Museum of the Palaces of Versailles and Trianon. 香港故宫文化博物馆董事局主席孔令成先生 ，Mr. Leo Kong, GBSJP, Chairman of the Hong Kong Palace Museum Board. 文化艺术盛事委员会主席郑志刚博士 ，Dr. Adrian Chen Chi Kong, Chairman of the Mega Arts and Cultural Events Committee. 国泰顾客及商务总裁刘凯诗女士 ，Miss Lavenia Lao, Chief Customer and Commercial Officer of Cathay. 美国运通国际股份有限公司谢嘉莹女士 ，Miss Katie Zhe, Director, Head of Product, Brand and Loyalty, International Car Services, Hong Kong, American Express International Incorporated. 承前基金会创办人张学义先生 ，Mr. David Chang, Founder of Tickler's Foundation. 西九文化区管理局行政总裁冯程淑仪女士 ，Mrs. Betty Fong, GBS Chief Executive Officer of West Kowloon Cultural District Authority. 还有香港故宫文化博物馆馆长吴志华博士 ，Dr. Louis Director of the Hong Kong Palace Museum. 这个时候有请我们台上的主礼嘉宾稍后片刻。当每一位的主礼嘉宾剪刀准备好之后，我们就马上进行接下来的这个剪彩仪式。Bear with us while we prepare for the upcoming ribbon cutting ceremony to mark this special exhibition of the Hong Kong Palace Museum. 好，看来我们的主礼嘉宾已经准备好，手持剪刀，准备好的话，我们先看看前方大会摄影师的镜头，在跟你挥手的那一位，先来一张合影。Some photos to the front where our photographer is ready to capture this incredible moment. Right in the center front where the photographer is waving at you. A few more photos. Lovely. 准备好的话，我们一起倒数3声，好不好 ？Ready? 3, 2, 1. 恭喜当紫禁城遇上凡尔赛宫17、18世纪中法文化交流特别展览正式开幕。Huge congratulations once again to our special exhibition at the Hong Kong Palace Museum. Thank you very much. 这个时候，请各位的主礼嘉宾留步舞台。接下来，我们再看看前方大会摄影师的镜头。先来一张合影留念，定格这个喜庆的时刻。Take a look to the front, ladies and gentlemen, to mark this special occasion. 同时，也要请出这一次展览的借展单位一起来到台上合影。We'd also like to invite lending institutions of this exhibition to join us on stage for another group photo. 首先有请香港海事博物馆行政总裁 Mr. Richard Kendall, Chief Executive of the Hong Kong Maritime Museum, 以及香港中文大学图书馆代表李丽芳女士 Miss Li Lai Fong, representative of the Chinese University of Hong Kong Library. Right, time to smile for the camera. Please take a look to the center front. The official photographers are ready. Thank you very much once again, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause for all our guests of honor on stage. Please take your seats. 请各位嘉宾落座。再一次感谢各位出席我们今天展览的开幕典礼。那这一次的展览将会正